Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to a super duper special outdoors video, and welcome to another installment of Ryan's Quarantine. This is also another installment of me talking about movies that I saw before I got COVID. One of those that was released about a month ago was Beavis and Butthead to the Universe. I've been meaning to talk about this movie for quite some time, mainly because I do enjoy Beavis and Butthead. I'm not a die-hard fan, and I definitely haven't seen every episode, but from the episodes that I have seen, I really find it stupid. It's so stupid, but it's also very, very funny, and it's the perfect thing to just turn your brain off and have a good time. And I will admit, I have not seen the original film Beavis and Butthead Do America, but I heard that is also great. Beavis and Butthead literally just stumble in some random action film when they're just trying to look for a TV and get laid. I'm sure it's amazing, I just haven't seen it yet. And thankfully, this new movie, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, is not really a sequel to my knowledge. And I had a blast watching this at home. It was so funny. Basically, Beavis and Butthead head to space camp, and they realize that one of the space stuff that's going on there happens to look like intercourse, and so the astronauts think that Beavis and Butthead are amazing astronauts, and this one female astronaut asks Beavis and Butthead if they want to go into space with her, but Beavis and Butthead think that she wants to have sex with them. So Beavis and Butthead go to space, and of course they screw everything up, and they actually end up going into a black hole where they leave 1997 and head into 2022. There's also these side plots where the government comes in and they think that Beavis and Butthead are aliens that entered out of a black hole. Meanwhile, the astronaut from the 90s named Serena, she thought she killed Beavis and Butthead, and so she's trying to kill them again so that they won't spill the beans to any authorities, when in reality, Beavis and Butthead are just trying to have sex with her. The main reason why anybody would want to see this movie is to see Beavis and Butthead interact in a modern day setting. We kind of had that with the 2011 revival, but the main difference between the 2011 revival and this movie, with the 2011 revival, Beavis and Butthead were literally just slapped into the year 2011 without any explanation. Here, there is definitely an explanation. They were literally teleported out of their own time period. And I guess that kind of makes the 2011 season uncanon now. So, I don't know. Throughout the film, we see these smart versions of Beavis and Butthead. They're literally called Smart Beavis and Smart Butthead. Just tell our Beavis and Butthead what to do. Basically, Beavis and Butthead created a rift in time and in the multiverse. So they have to get back to their own time period so that they don't screw everything up. But Beavis and Butthead are just trying to get laid. And I love the payoff at the very end of the film, where it turns out that Beavis and Butthead didn't need to go through the portal to head back to 1997. It could literally have just been anything. They could have thrown in a brick and it would have done the exact same thing. It's just funny. And of course, seeing Beavis and Butthead interact with a 2022 society is great. The best scene is obviously the scene where Beavis and Butthead head to a college and they walk into a gender studies class where they find out what white privilege is, and they later use said white privilege by stealing everything, breaking all the laws, but it's okay because they have white privilege. So this film is mainly used as the pilot for the upcoming Beavis and Butthead revival that will premiere on Paramount Plus in August. Oops, the show's already out. I saw the trailer for the revival. It looks very funny. It looks just like the old show outside of the animation, of course. And yeah, if it's anything like this movie, it's gonna be a blast. So check Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe out if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun. Another film I want to talk about is Thor: Love and Thunder. This is the 4th solo Thor movie, and it is the 29th film in the MCU and the 13th entry in the MCU's Phase 4. And fun fact about this film, this is the first MCU hero to get a 4th solo movie, which is kind of nuts when you really think about it. Basically, this follows Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy for about 5 minutes until he has to leave the Guardians to stop Gore the God Butcher, who is killing a bunch of gods with this fantastical little blade. It also turns out that the remains of Mjolnir gave Thor's ex-girlfriend Jane the powers of Thor. And so Thor, Jane, and Valkyrie have to team up to stop Gore the God Butcher from killing all of the gods in the universe. Also, Korg is there. So this is one of the shortest MCU movies, and it feels like that. Like, it definitely feels like there was a good 15 to 20 minutes that was cut that really would have helped this movie a lot better. Most notably, time with the villain. Like, the movie opens right away with Gore the God Butcher's backstory. We see that his daughter died, the gods didn't help him out. He finds this blade that he's able to kill the gods with. Kills a god, and then he goes off to kill a bunch of other gods. But something that I didn't expect, that is the only god we see him kill in the entire movie. The rest of the film is just him taunting Thor, kidnapping a bunch of Asgardian children, taunting them, and looking cool while doing it. But you know, with a character whose name is Gore the God Butcher, I would kind of like to see them, you know, butcher some gods. During the scene where all the gods show up in one spot, which name I forgot. Come on, man, it's been a couple weeks since I've seen the movie. Like, during that scene where there's all these gods in one place, why wouldn't you have Gore show up and murder the crap out of all of those gods, man? And then you'd have Gore kill Zeus, like actually kill Zeus, and then maybe Hercules can help join in to help fight him off with Thor and Valkyrie and Jane. And also Korg, who's just there. And maybe also have Gore kill Korg. Because there was a bit during the Zeus fight between Thor and Zeus. And it looked like that Korg was actually going to die. He was in pieces. But no, only his face survived. And it just looks stupid, and he doesn't do anything for the rest of the movie outside of screw another rocket guy. Like, okay? So Korg doesn't do anything for the rest of the movie after his death, technically. So what was the point in keeping him alive? Taika, I know you have the balls to kill off a character you play in one of your own movies. You did the exact same thing in Jojo Rabbit, technically. So, why don't you just kill Korg? I mean, I like Korg, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't do anything in this movie outside of make a bunch of quips. And yeah, it's needed to get the tension off, but there isn't a whole lot of tension in this movie. Everyone's making quips. And those quip makers actually have stuff to do in this movie, so what is the point of Korg being in this film outside of the fact that he was in the first film? Like, he literally has as much of a role in this film as Meek does, and Meek is only in, like, one scene. Also, Korg has two dads, apparently, even though he mentioned having a mom in Ragnarok, so, what? So yeah, this movie is apparently gay AF by Disney standards, with Korg having two dads, and finding a boyfriend at the end of the film, and Valkyrie kissing another woman's hand and mentioning the fact that she had a girlfriend. So I guess by Disney standards, this film is pretty gay, except no, it isn't, because the Owl House is a thing. Oops. So I've been bashing this movie, but let's get into some positives. Chris Hemsworth is great as Thor as always, even though I think his character kind of got a bit of a downgrade. Like, he feels a lot like the What If version of Thor. Like, the What If party version of Thor. That feels like Thor for the majority of this movie. Are we even still in the same timeline? Like, what the frick? So I guess that explains why Korg has two dads now. Christian Bale is fantastic as Gore the God Butcher. Again, I just need more time with this villain. His backstory is cool, his motive is cool, his name's cool, his design is cool. I just need to see him be the villain more. I just need to see him kill some gods. Zeus was pretty funny. Valkyrie's cool as always. Korg was fun. And I did kind of like what this film decided to do with Jane. It made you feel for her the most. But then again, it's kind of hard to not improve after Thor the Dark World. Thank God this movie only gave Darcy one scene. Speaking of only one scene, it was kind of weird that the Guardians of the Galaxy were only in the very beginning of this film. Like, I didn't expect them to be in the film very long. They have their own movies, and this is Thor's movie. But, I don't know, maybe have them show up for the final battle or in the epilogue. It just... Like, did the ending of Endgame where Thor joins the Guardians meant nothing? Only for him to immediately leave the Guardians in his next solo film? Guess Thor's not gonna be in Guardians 3 after all, then. Also, did Drax even have a line outside of a scream? I genuinely can't remember if he's had a single line outside of screaming. But of course, my biggest problem with this movie is that it's just way too silly. Now, Ragnarok was silly too, but there was still drama and levity to aid you to care about these characters. But this film is just like 90% comedy, and it makes the serious stuff, like the really serious stuff that they want to tell in this movie, like Gore's character and backstory, and the fact that Jane has cancer in this film, and every time she transforms into Thor, she loses all of her chemo. Like, this is some heavy crap, man. And all of the kids in Asgard have been kidnapped by Gore. Like, this is some heavy crap. If anything, this film should be less goofy than Ragnarok. Not 100 times more. But then again, the comedy is pretty funny. And I can't lie and say that I didn't have a fun time watching this film in the theater. So, overall, Thor Love and Thunder, it's serviceable, but I don't know, it just feels weird, the fact that I'm saying that a Taika Waititi film is just fine. The director of one of my favorite MCU films, and the director of one of my favorite films, period, that being Jojo Rabbit, just feels weird just saying that one of his films was decent. Like a 7.5. I don't know, man. I just hope it doesn't turn out the same way with Guardians 3. But overall, Thor Love and Thunder, it's a decent film. You'll have some fun time out of it. I'm probably just going to rewatch Ragnarok again anyway. Maybe give this film one rewatch if I ever decide to rewatch the entirety of MCU in order. I don't know, man. I want to make a future video on how Marvel should, like, get back to quality over quantity, but I don't know, man. Something's up with the modern MCU. Like, I'm enjoying a lot of the stuff they're putting out, but it's just a lot of stuff, man. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think of Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe and Thor Love and Thunder? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when future videos are uploaded. Hopefully I'll be able to get more actual videos out for the rest of the summer. Maybe some in the rest of July, but don't be surprised if this is the last video I upload in July. So, yeah, I'm a very busy boy. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Bye!